Welcome to Tarot Tuesday. Thought I would give you a quick view of what I get to look at every day. I'm so grateful to be here. So, anyways, thanks so much for being with me. Let's just turn the camera down so you can see my mug. Hello. Well, we have a new moon. So, Mojo, you've been quiet all morning. Now he wants to chirp. Now he wants to chime in. So, hey, Jackie, good to see you. Yeah, me too. Well, I was probably a minute late, but whatever. So we have a new moon in Libra. And, Libra kind of late in the month because it's almost Scorpio season. I'm excited. So Libra, we all know it's the scale, so it's all about balance. We also have a lot of other like astrological stuff going on. I'm no expert, but I do know that there's a lot of emotional stuff. So I wrote some notes down because I think this is a good time to actually do a 3-card reading, and then I'll pull individual cards for those of you who are here live. So stick around if you want a card pull. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm very grateful. I'm super grateful to be where I am. I figure after everything I've been through the last 6 years or more, actually, I feel like I deserve it, I hope. So this new moon, Libra, it's about balance. It's about how you relate to others, because there's a lot of Cancerian energy too, a lot of watery energy. And so it's figuring out what balance means for you, because we all know balance doesn't mean just a straight line. That would be boring. As much as I love boring every now and then, it's really about pivoting and moving and shifting, because energy is always moving. Okay. Energy, if it's not moving, it gets stagnant and things start to, rot or decompose, or however you want to word it. So it's also very emotional. And even though full moon is usually very emotional, this new moon, because it can feel like it's void of the light, it's a little darker. It's and some of us love that, and some of us might be feeling a little off about it. And so really, this is the chance in the new moon, take that word, for example, it's all about resetting. So this is the opportunity for us to shift our energy and reset in a way that harmonizes for us, because we're all different. We can follow someone else's advice to the nth degree, and it still not feel right to us. And then we beat ourselves up about it because we're like, well, they told us to do this and it doesn't work. Well, we need to take bits and pieces of what works for us and try it. And life is an experiment. So if something doesn't work for you, then tweak it, shift it, change it. Don't take what everyone offers as advice as gospel, especially tarot. Tarot is not the boss. It's a way of going a little deeper and encouraging yourself to kind of think differently and see how it works with you. Okay. Especially if you're someone who loves to do readings for yourself, or you want to do more of that. Make sure you come to Tarot After Dark tonight at 6 p.m. Pacific time, if you can make it, if it's in your time zone, because that's where we'll go a little deeper and bring your cards and we kind of play along. I know it's kind of a one-way convo, but that's what the chat's for. So right now with this new moon, it's about making tweaks to how you communicate, and most especially how you inwardly communicate with yourself. This is about shedding some light on how you speak to yourself, how you speak to others. It's not about judging or feeling guilty. It's just about bringing awareness. And when we bring awareness, that's where we can decide we're going to double down on that because that feels good. Or it's like, ooh, that didn't feel good, so we're going to let that stuff go. So it's really about making a connection with how that difference feels in our own life. I hope that makes sense. So I created a 5-card spread, and not 5, 3. Why did I say 5? I don't know. So I'm reading with the Sanctus Concordia deck. This seems to be a fun deck for people asking, what's that deck? What's that deck? And it's a lot of fun. But I'm also going to pull clarifiers with my tiny little Rider-Waite deck as well. So I'm going to do 3 cards. So make sure if you want clarifiers for yourself, because this will be general for everybody, let me know in the comments if you want a card pull for yourself as well. Oh, but first and foremost, I want to start with my Tarot of Trees because it's a good way to get inspired. Now, for those of you who do read tarot or want to learn tarot a little more, a fun way to start is to pull from an oracle deck. And that kind of gives you a base so you can pull tarot cards around it. So I'm just asking, what's the energy of this new moon for the collective? Okay. We've got dramatic shift. Like, drama. Let go of the drama. But what I'm picking up from this is it's going to feel like you want to make changes, and it's going to feel like, but there's some drama involved, like how you feel. It's like shocking. It's like, I can't do that, or something is coming up. But with this dramatic shift, this to me has the energy of the Tower card in the most supportive and productive ways possible. I hope that makes sense. Let me shift those out of the way. Hey, Jackie, I see that. Okay, let me put a little star beside your name so I can keep track of everybody. So I feel that, hey, Exie, good to see you. Thanks for being here. So now let's just start with these 3 cards. Okay, so the first card is, what have you been tolerating? Because tolerating has an energy that drains you because it's nagging at you. It's one of those, here we go again. I got to deal with this. So you conjure up even more energy to make do with whatever action or conversation or communication or whatever you have with other people. And the thing is, when you tolerate something, you do bring that energy with you, but then you're not getting a reciprocating energy back because you're expending that much more just to tolerate whatever is happening, whether it's, I've got to go do this thing, I have to talk with these people, or whatever. Mercy, my husband. Yeah. Well, I won't give you any advice, but that used to be my problem too. And now I don't have that problem anymore. So what have you been tolerating? You make me laugh. Oh, okay. That's too many cards. Come on. Oh. Let me try again. These cards are very slippery. Okay. What have you been tolerating? Wow. 4 of Wands. Maybe you've been having to do things you don't really want to do. Maybe there's a lot of other people who are asking you to come to this event, do this, do that. And if you're like me, you're watching the Everyday Introvert Tarot channel. So often I'll attract a lot of introverts, empaths, and stuff like that. And it feels like this really puts us out of our comfort zone. We really need to conjure up the energy to do these things. And sometimes it's easy. Sometimes it's great. And then later or the next day, it's like, oh. And for example, last Tuesday, I did my live. Right after I did my Tarot Cafe member call. And then in the evening, I did the Tarot After Dark. And I was on a natural high. I was like, I love it. I love Tuesdays. I love hanging out with you guys. It was great. It was so much fun. I was just kind of buzzing the rest of the night. And then the next morning I woke up and it was like I had an energy hangover. And I was pretty much a basket case all day long. And I was like, what the heck? You can take the introvert out of the introvert, but you can't take No. How am I going to say that? Let me just say, you can't take the introvert out of the introvert. As much as we extrovert ourselves, and some of us are a blend of all the verts, but realistically, we have to honor our energy. And I have to say that I'm really glad I didn't have a lot planned on the next day, because it enabled me to just kind of be a blob, do the basics, do the thank goodness I have Tarot Pop, because otherwise I probably wouldn't leave the couch on times like that. But I did the basics, and the reason I'm sharing this with you is because we have to honor our energy. And if you, I do have a tip for you. If you do have lots of things planned, or you have, you have plans, make sure you book into your calendar time off the next day, or less things to do the next day, because it is super important for you to manage your energy so that you can sustain it throughout. We're getting into the social season, Thanksgiving, Christmas. Well, let's get through Halloween first. Not to get through it. I prefer Halloween over Christmas these days, but that's just me. But realistically, you have to manage your energy. So if you've been tolerating all of these things that you have to do for other people, find a way to recharge and replenish your own energy. So that's card number 1. Hello. Nice to see you, my beautiful butterfly friend. All right, so card number 2 is what you actually need. I'm glad we didn't get that first card. Go out, socialize. Oh, get out of your comfort zone. Oh, who's tired of hearing that as an introvert? All right. What do we actually need? 5 of Wands. Oh, you're making it difficult for me, Spirit. All right. So how do I interpret this? It feels like having this, a little bit of conflict and a little bit of competition, is actually good for us in small doses. I still stand by what I said here, and plan your breaks and some blank time for you in between the activities you need to do with other people. People don't put little blank spots in their calendar. They just fill it up with all the activities. So you need to put those in there. So someone looks at your calendar, they're not like, oh, you got space here. You've got that booked off. Code it to something that people realize that that's time you're not available. Okay. Just a tip for you. So what you actually need is that little bit of push, because 2 things. 1, it's going to show you that you're more charismatic when you're out amongst people you care about and who bring you energy as well. And 2, you are starting to understand that your energy needs to settle and reset. And it's not just on the weekend. If you do the 9 to 5, I used to do the 9 to 5, and we lived for weekends, and yet we had a lot to do, chores to do, housework, that sort of thing. And plus hanging out with friends, because you don't have to wake up early the next day. And then you've depleted all your energy and you got to start over again on Monday. So my advice is the card's advice is, what you actually need is that little bit of push, because it's going to show you that you have more capacity within you than you give yourself credit for. Like, we're about shifting and changing here. We can't just dip our toe in the water and say we've swam a marathon. Okay. We need to make that change. And just like this first card that came up, that dramatic shift isn't going to happen on its own. You have to be willing to allow it. You can't plan the crap out of it either. It's got to be something that's just going to send you in a direction, and you're just going to have to be like the fool and go, hey, I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to step forward into it, right? I'm fine. How are you? It's sunny here today, so I'm very happy about that. Lovely to be part of this live. It's so good to have you here. Yeah, we are in that deep season. We're almost at Scorpio season. I'm very excited about it. Love your interpretations. Make sense. Oh, thank you. You know, and by all means, if you have some other thing that pops up in your head and you want to share it, you know, people add it to the comments, because that's the dynamics, right? Hey, Delilah, so good to see you. So happy to see you. Oh, Goldfish is here too. Excellent, excellent. So I'm working on card number 3 here out of this 3-card spread. I'm standing, so if you see me wandering around, it's so my feet, I can move around a bit. So first card was, what are you tolerating? Too many activities, especially for us introverts. What do you actually need? Yeah, it's probably good for you. Get you out of that comfort zone, as much as I don't like that term. This is showing you that you actually can do more than you think you can, but plan for breaks. Breaks are an important part of your plans. And the third card is, what can balance look like? And hey, this is going to be different for everyone. So I'm going to show you the card, and I want you to pop in the comments what comes up for you. I'll also share mine, but I'm going to give you a moment to what comes up for you. Yes, Mercy, I will add you to that as well. All right. What balance can look like? Me wandering around on the line. Didn't I mention the Fool? This is what balance can look like. Let me know what you think. Perfect opportunity to drink my water. See any comments? I love how everyone's interacting together. It's great. You guys are awesome. So what does balance look like if you get the Fool card? Takes a while for messages to come through, but I'm going to go, because my typical introversion is that I don't like awkward silences. So I jump in there and people are like, oh, you're an introvert? You're the first one to speak. It's like, yeah, because I don't like awkward silences. So to me, balance looks like you just not having a plan every time. Don't plan the shit out of things. Saying that to myself, because I sometimes do that. For me, it's security and being able to plan things out. But that's what I'm picking up. It's like sometimes you just got to go, whatever. Maybe you like things in a certain way. Maybe it's the toilet roll. You go visit someone and their toilet roll is flipped the other way and not the way you like it, and you want to change it. I've done that before. Only in a place I was comfortable. But maybe it's like, oh, well, it is what it is. It still works. Still gets the job done. Still gets the paperwork done. So that to me is the Fool energy. It's just letting things be the way they are. Hey, there's nothing wrong with making a bit of plan. Okay. So with these 3 cards, never mind the questions that I asked. I'm looking at these 3 cards now as they are. And the message that's coming to me, 4s are about balance and stability. Okay. And so this is saying that plan a little bit, plan your breaks as much as you plan the activities. You've got to plan breaks around it so you can recharge. Allow for some things to come in and bring some change in, right? And we're dealing with wands again. So the 5 is often about change. So it's allowing for change to happen. It's giving space for the universe to do its thing instead of being so too structured. And then the Fool is like, you know what? Just trust it's all going to work out. It has up to this point. We're all still breathing. We're all still here. Everything works out, right? All right, let's see what we got here. Beautiful butterfly. The Fool, new start, walking away from stagnation. Love it. Refreshing and free. Yes. Breathe that air. Yes. Desiree, hello. Yes, go with the flow. Exactement. Yes. Jackie, for me, the Fool, go with the flow. My flow. Yes. And the flow Just think of a river. It could be a trickle. It could be, a gushing stream, and it changes. I don't know if you've noticed the seasons as the season changes. Like right now, the lake is lower than it usually is, but it's going to start picking up as the rain season comes. So you got to go with that flow. The flow isn't always the same. Goldfish is saying it's good to have a plan, but let it go when things don't work out. Yes, that is a big one, because to me, we have it in our head how we want it to turn out, and it doesn't turn out that way. So we instantly go into it didn't work. But yet here's the universe going, they think they know this is the way they want to go, but I've actually got this big, huge, wonderful thing over here. But the only way to bring it through is to come through this other way. So you do have to really trust that even though we think the thing didn't work out, it's working out in the way it's meant to. On the other side of it, we always see it. Like if we can backtrack to things that happened in the past where we wanted it to be a certain way and it didn't work out and we got frustrated, and then we realized, oh, it did end up working out. Often even better than what we could plan. We're shitty planners. The universe plans so much better than we, right? Yeah, exactly. Bananas. Oh my gosh. According to the divine plan. Exactly. Yeah. My daughter and I have these banana emojis going back and forth. Oh, she came over and got a whole bunch of them. I took some over to my friends, and it made me think. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, I did a little video about how I got these too many bananas when I placed my online order. And so many lessons from that. So many lessons. And one of them is like, abundance isn't meant for us. It's meant to share it. So I shared it. And I'm down to 4 bananas now out of 19. And then another thing was the universe is like, maybe you need more potassium and stuff in your life, in your diet. So what are you going to do? And then Butterfly saying, releasing the grip. Oh, yes. We can only squeeze our fist for so long before we don't have that same integrity of strength. And eventually we've got to release it and let it go. And it feels so good to release it and let it go that it almost becomes addictive. What else can I release? What else can I release? It's kind of fun that way. Yeah, very, very. Something like this happened to my sister, but instead of bunches, she got boxes. Wow. That's a lot. Yeah, that's never happened before. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So that is the reading here. Now, if you would like a card pulled for yourself, pop it in the comments. Right. I definitely needed this message in this moment. You're welcome. You're welcome. And hey, by the way, everyone who's here, Delilah also has a tarot channel. Please make sure you go to her channel, like, subscribe. All right. We're here to support each other. And if you have a channel that, make sure, I think when you put links, it's set up to not allow links to show up. So just maybe say what your channel is and we can search it that way. Right. I can't believe it. 4 boxes of bananas. Like, wow. What do you do with that? Like, I guess food bank, donate. Of course, they do like non-perishable, but that's a heck of a lot of banana bread. Or you said banana pudding. I'm still waiting for the recipe for that. Yes, you can. I'm going to star your name. Love that. What else can I release? Yeah. Yeah. And then I think doing some journaling is really powerful. And I know maybe for those of you who don't like to journal, to keep it like even on a scrap piece of paper and just kind of automatic write, just brain dump. And then you see what next, what else, like Desiree saying, what else, what else, what else? And there's lots that you can get rid of. And it doesn't have to be big, profound things, anything, right? Well, good. I'm glad I'm right about something. Yes. Go check her out, please. And thank you. I thought I was ordering a bunch, but I got just one thing. See, now that's happened too. So it's so funny. But now we can all collectively look at that and think, what is the universe or my guides or whoever is trying to tell me? Right? Yeah. Oh, it's so fun to commiserate. All right. I have Jackie, Mercy, and Beautiful Butterfly who are wanting readings. So if I didn't say your name and you want a reading, let me know in the comments. We're going to start with Jackie. First, I want to put these cards. Oh, I was going to pull clarifiers for those. Should I pull clarifiers for these before I do individual readings? What do you guys think? Let me know. Give me a chance to have another drink. I have the Sanctus Concordia, and then I just have my little Rider-Waite deck to do the clarifiers with. Not necessary. Okay. Yep. See? That's why I ask the peeps. The peeps know. All right. I'm going to put those back into the deck. Now, I'm pulling from the Sanctus Concordia. This slippery little deck. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Oh. What are oracle cards for? Well, inspiration. I pulled one at the very, very, very beginning. Do you want an oracle card instead of a tarot? Let me know. Let me go back up. Jackie. All right, girl. New moon energy. What does Jackie need to know? So tune in, Jackie. If you have a specific question, just ask it in your heart. You have the Three of Wands. You know how I read, quick, simple. This is what I'm getting is get off your duff and do it. You've planned enough. That's the quick message that comes. As I go a little deeper, it's addressing the little actions you've been taking that maybe are kind of taking away your energy. It's like being more efficient with your energy so that you have that capacity to take the action you need to take. So taking a little inventory, this is a good time in the new moon, what you need to balance, what actions you need to balance, what do you need to release for now because it's just not aligned with the energy for you moving forward because you have a plan, you have something maybe you're already doing it, but not to the capacity you want to. And it feels like those little tasks and things are getting in the way. And it's simple, like, it's okay if the laundry piles up a teeny bit. Plan around these things. Like focus on the priority and what is most important at this time. You'll catch up with everything else eventually. That's what I get for you. Let me scroll down, see what else is coming. Just wondering about, did I answer your question? I find if you're trying to do card readings for yourself, especially tarot, like starting with oracle cards is a good way to just kind of let the energy decide where the reading wants to go and then pull tarot to go along with it. Because it kind of, if you don't have a specific question either, or you want to see what the energy is like, it's a good way to do that. Thank you. Yeah, I love this deck. I've got Sacred Knowledge Tarot channel. She used this for the longest time. I'm like, what is that? I have to have it. You're welcome. I hope that makes sense. Hello. Bonsoir de France en Provence. Sorry, my daughter, she was in French immersion from kindergarten. She always says, Mom, you're hacking the language. I have grade 8 French, even though my name is French, but good to see you here. Thank you. Bonjour. Well, it's nighttime for you. Okay, let me go back up. Who else is getting a reading? Mercy or Merci. Lots of French happening here. All right. General read for Mercy. Tuning into your energy, allowing your heart to open to this new moon reading. Ooh, 2. You got money on your mind. We've got the 3 and the 4 of Pentacles. Right off the bat, I'm picking up that things are happening in the order they're meant to happen. That's what I get when I get consecutive numbers. And with the 3, it feels like you're doing what you need to. There's lots of 3s that have been coming up. And I feel like you need to bring some other energy into it as well. Maybe, is there a person or someone you need to connect with so that it just kind of completes the puzzle piece? I don't even know what that means, but I'm just telling you what I'm picking up. And then the 4 of Pentacles is reminding you that you have the stability you need, but don't be too stable. Don't be too rigid. And that kind of goes along with the cards I pulled generally for everybody. It's like it's great to have a plan, but you have to allow for energy and space to come in. So it's saying, don't fret about not having a specific plan. Just generalize the plan, okay? Because you're going to use your expertise, but it feels like it's not all on you. So there are other moving parts to it. You are definitely bringing your expertise, and you might not think of it that way, but your gifts and things that is really going to shine through. But it's like it's part of a collective, okay? I think I'm allergic to doing lives because I seem to have to do that a lot. I hope that makes sense. Let me scroll. I know. Yeah. Well, this one's an indie deck too. The indie decks are kind of a lot pricier, but yeah. We have a problem, don't we, Delilah? We really do. I love it. Love it. Ah, there we go. Bien, bien. Okay. Let me go back. And I have Ascending Universal Butterfly. Anyone else want a reading? That's the last starred name I have here. So you want a reading, you got to put your name down or let me know. Yeah. All right. Let me put those back in the deck. And let's see, what do we have for beautiful butterfly? That's my name for you. King of Swords. You know you're right. There's something that it's coming up like saying something you had an argument with someone, but it's a conversation, or if it hasn't happened yet, it is going to happen, or it might. Tarot is a snapshot in a moment of time, so don't take it literally. But it feels like you will be very sure of yourself in the thoughts and beliefs that you have, that and you have the knowledge and the experience to back you up when it comes to this particular situation. I don't know what the situation is, but this feels like it needs to tell you, don't worry, the confidence is there. It will be there when you need it. Trust what you know. And even if the other party, person, situation don't get it, just sit in your conviction, sit on your throne, and just knowing you know you're right is sometimes enough. Sometimes it has to be enough. I hope that makes sense. Sometimes the way things come through, it's kind of crazy. All right. Did I miss anybody else wanting a reading? Oh, Nicole, hi. Good to see you. Makes perfect sense. Have this all planned. Yay! Validation never gets old, no matter how many cards you read or how much you read for people, right? Am I right? Okay. Well, I don't know what that is, but that's just weird. Not even going to give it energy. All right, Nicole. Let's see. What is the new moon message Nicole needs to hear right now? Got lots of pentacles coming up. You've got the 9 of Pentacles. Desiree, I'll put a star beside your name. Thank you. So Nicole, 9 of Pentacles. What can you celebrate? It feels like there's somewhere further you want to go. And you're very focused on that, and the maybe not having experience or not getting the traction you think you need. But this is reminding you to take inventory of what you've already accomplished. Look to the past to see how it felt when you really felt that satisfaction and elation. That's what I pick up here, because there is more coming to you, and it's, Libra season, new moon in Libra, of course, it's about balance. And see, there's 4 and 5. It's not quite as balanced. And yet at the same time, some are bigger than the others. So it doesn't come down to what you physically see. It's more what you're feeling and what you've created and what you're creating in the world around you. Finding some balance in, at home. I'm picking up just a place that you like to be a lot, a place that feels comfortable for you. I don't know where that is in your home, obviously. Lorraine. And it feels like looking around in that space with that satisfaction and gratitude. Like I feel like there's some objects in that space that you can maybe move around, because you might have been picking up that the energy isn't quite as it was before, but it feels like just tweaking a couple things. I'm picking up 3 for some reason. Move 3 things purposefully and with intention within your space. You don't have to take them out or anything like that. It's just they need a new home in order to bring that energy back up again. I don't know. Don't ask me. I'm barely in my own head. Don't ask me to figure it out. Okay. Oh, Desiree. Okay. Let's see what comes up for you then. So oh boy, I don't know what that one is, but I want to finish saying too. So plant your feet on the floor. Take a nice deep breath. And just allow your heart to open up and surround you. Surround yourself with your own love and light. So much so that it spills out around you and it affects the space around you, full of your heart-centered energy. What card do we need? Okay. Ooh, that one's the 10 of Cups. So to me, it's in regards to, the silence between you and your, we can speak from our higher selves, from our heart, without needing to, talk to them physically. And I feel like when you can speak from your heart, send energy to her heart, and just having that soul conversation, being in the right frame of mind, feeling wonderful. Maybe you've got to put on some pet video YouTube that are heartening. the opposite of disheartening, like fill your heart. I feel like that you'll be in a space to really energetically send those vibes to her. And you don't need anything in return because you're being filled by the universal energy. And when we empty energy out, that there's never a vacuum, things will take its place. I'm curious now, that first card that flipped out. Oh, Knight of Swords. Yeah, so sometimes there's that conflict. There's maybe some arguments and some tension that, you know, silence isn't always golden, is it? So to me, this is really speaking about having that dialogue with yourself to really feel in your own convictions, what can you let go of, what can you release, because we can't change other people, they can't change us. I mean, they try, we try, but to me this really feels like this is inner work for you, and you got this because you know yourself better than anyone. Sometimes we just can't resolve a specific thing, but we have to remember that we are of love, from love, for love. And I feel like that is a place that you can sit in and wallow in for a while for yourself. And when you think of it, allow that energy to flow from your heart to hers. I always picture a rainbow just beaming from my heart to the person I want to send it to, with no needing of reciprocation. It just feels good to do it. But sometimes you've got to fill yourself up first because you don't want to do it from an empty vessel. Okay. I hope that makes sense for you. Nicole. Okay, good. I'm glad. Of course you can, Exie. I'll put a little star beside your name. I'm going to read some more comments here. Oh, you're very welcome. I'm glad you loved it. Yes, agreed. Let's just rub our hands together, create a little friction energy, and then create a beautiful, beautiful ball of energy. Fill it with love and light. And let's beam that. Let's beam that to Desiree and to each of you. And receive it back to yourself. Beautiful. Thank you all so much for being here today. This is beautiful, beautiful. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Yeah. Yes, Mr. Moj. Mr. Mojo. Okay. I have Exie next. Goldfish, are you not getting a reading? Did I do one for you? Let me know. We're gonna give Exie a reading here. Ooh, it's 11:44. I love the double numbers. 4/4 to me always means that angels are surrounding us. So I love that. We needed that right now, right? We really did. Okay, I'll pull one for you after Exie. Thanks, Goldfish. All right, Exie. I feel like I've got to stamp my feet and just ground my energy. I feel I have more energy when I stand until my legs need to sit. Oh, here we go again with that. Can you not? I'm going to get rid of you. Bye. There we go. Yes, I'm totally into numbers. I call it the energy of numbers as opposed to numerology because I'm not an expert in it, but oh yeah, the energy of numbers, big time. Oh, excuse me, I'll be right back. It's further to bend when you're standing. All right, these are just reminding me to pay attention to what I'm doing. So let me go back. Exie. Let's tune into receiving the message you're meant to hear. Came up again. King of Swords. Hmm. It feels like you might have been doubting yourself. And if that doesn't feel true, maybe there's going to be a circumstance where you do feel like you're going to doubt yourself. And this tarot is reminding you that you've got a lot of experience and knowledge and education in whatever this is backing you up. That's what I see with these two big columns of, are they columns or flags? Doesn't matter. That's what I'm seeing columns. So to me, it feels like it's something that is beyond you. It's something you have learned. It's something that you know and you can trust. So don't let people come in and try and break down that trust by making you doubt yourself. Know deep within yourself that you have what it takes to push past any of the beliefs that might have been keeping you stuck, because you know your energy, you know what you're capable of. So if you get advice from other people, me included, tarot included, that you're kind of like, no, trust your no. Okay, trust yourself out of anybody else. You know best for you. So I feel like you needed that little boost today and said, hey, you got the street smarts. Don't worry about needing to have certificates on your wall for this and that. In your heart, and I know it's swords, not heart, but there's a lot of red energy in here. That trust what you know, and trust you will always know what's best for yourself. There you go. I hope that makes sense. All right. It's wild you said that. Goodness, I've been contemplating becoming a substitute teacher, but I began doubting this and going to work out that this is going to work out. Outsiders don't help any. Thank you. Oh, well, thank you for the validation, because sometimes when things come through, you're like, I don't know if this is going to make sense. So I love that. I want to pull another card for you. I'm being told to pull one of these soul tree cards, an oracle card to go along with that. Connection. I feel when you really understand that King of Swords, your conviction of you know what you know, and poo-poo the other people who don't get it, you are going to find the right people who connect with your energy. So I'm all about energy. We all are. But I mean, the way I think and do things, it to me is based on energy. And the more we stand in our conviction, the more we are magnetizing ourselves to a specific vibration. And when we do that, all of a sudden, we kind of meet people who are kind of aligned with what we do. And it's like, it feels so weird and bizarre that, wow. But that's what happens when you stay focused on what matters to you and what your beliefs are, instead of what you don't believe. Like, that energy gets wishy-washy. So this is a great time at this new moon. I feel for you and anyone else who wants to do something like this, is to write down some new moon wishes of what you want, in the form of it's already happened. I am so happy and grateful now that I have this substitute teaching job, and go into detail about it. What's a day in the life like? Dream, because that vibration is so much lighter, and it's sending it out to the universe like a lighthouse beacon, than it is like the stuckness and having to, oh, but they don't believe me, and they don't like, they can go. They can go. Expelliarmus. No, what's the other one? I've been watching a lot of Harry Potter lately. Expecto Patronum. Freak off, people. Anyways, there you have it. Yeah, 1111 is a real popular one to see a lot. What do you feel when you see that? When I see 1111, I always think of, like football poles or soccer, soccer poles or goal post. To me, it's like, keep your thoughts between the uprights. Focus where you want them to be. 11 to me is being aware of what you're thinking. If you were in stinking thinking, it'd be like, oh, let that go. Well, how do I want to feel? What do I want to think? What outcome do I want to have? That to me is very, very powerful. You're very welcome, and wishing you so much well with that. Keep us posted, will ya? Keep us posted. I love it. All right, so goldfish, I have one for you, and anyone else who wants one. Hey, I did the live stream on mail. I have a question. Okay, I'm gonna put a star beside your name. I'm gonna go back to goldfish first. So hang out, will ya? Good to have you here. It's good to have male energy here. All right. So goldfish. Oh, thanks for subscribing. Appreciate it. Okay. Here we go. Goldfish. In your shiny new bowl. Fresh water. Using all the analogies. Let's tune in to see what the sweet soul needs to hear. Okay. Ooh, we have Empress energy. Feels like you need to rock your feminine vibes a little bit more. Okay. I feel like you're around a lot of masculine energy. I know you mentioned, I think the last live, something about brothers and that. So that kind of popped in my head. And that's great. It's great to have a balance of energy. But I feel like you might have been kind of putting a cap down on your feminine energy a little bit. And to me, and you've, you know, if you know me, I don't seem super feminine either. I don't dress feminine. But you know, there is that aspect of it. It's that receptivity. It's that caring and nurturing aspect. That's also part of our feminine energy. We all have it, even the guys. And to me, it feels like you're not, you know, not acknowledging it, but it's like maybe a little bit more and be okay with being who you are. And there is some feminine energy that can come through, and it's not wishy-washy or weird. We don't have to walk around with flowers in our hair and wear pink, okay, or high heels or whatever. It's really trusting that you I don't know how to word it. Let me look at the comments, see what's coming up. Zach, sure, I'll put a star beside your name. Oh, I got the high priestess earlier today. Oh, okay. So are you doubting your intuition? Or are you allowing other people to poo-poo on your intuition? Because sometimes we'll say something and they'll be like, how, where'd you hear that? And they want proof. And it's like, it's just a gut feeling, you know? And if they don't believe it, that's fine. They don't have to. You believe it. You trust, because that is going to allow more of that beautiful, creative, intuitive energy to come through. The more you believe, the more you receive. That works to the negative as well, just saying. But so again, this new moon energy that we're having right this minute, this is the time to shift and change things. You know, that the first card that I pulled was dramatic shift. We've got to be willing to allow it. We've been wanting change. And yet when it starts to come in, we're kind of like, I don't like that. Well, we got to push through sometimes. That's what I pick up for you. I hope it makes sense. Now, I don't even know what I said now. That stand firm in your power. Yeah, I like that. I decided to let a course go and pick it up later, but the prof wants me to try it another way. I'm like, not this time. Okay. All right. You got to trust your feeling. Now, here's the thing. When we trust our intuition, we're like, yeah. And then someone comes in, yeah, but what do you, and then we kind of start, they poke holes in that inflated balloon of knowingness. And then we kind of deflate and we're like, yeah, but maybe like, trust in your conviction, even if it's temporary, right? You've got to trust it. Thank you for sharing that. It's amazing when the same card repeats until we literally get the message and understand it. That's for friggin' sure. Yeah. Yep. Libra new moon, open and receptive for sure. Yeah. Well, Often we let ourselves get distracted. I'm not trying to call anyone out because I do it too. It's that awareness that, is this feeding me or is this draining me? Because I don't watch the news. I always hear what I need to hear. It finds me eventually, but yeah. So just, it's something that you need to kind of take with a grain of salt. I'm a believer when we can't change things, we just kind of add to the mess sometimes. Powerful guidance. That's what the guides are for. All right. Speaking of guides or guys, Makaya, I hope I'm saying that right. Where are you here? Okay. I did like the live stream. Appreciate it. Thank you. And thank you for subscribing. My question, how is my connection with divine, my spirit team, and my guides or light beings? Ooh, how do you think it is? It is what it is. It is what you think it is. But I'm not going to leave you there. I'll pull a card. And it's so funny, just as you're saying that, a helicopter is flying by. You were looked after. Sometimes you have to see things from a higher perspective. And when we are so immersed in our own drama and situation, we're not aware of what's going on around us. But always trust that it's there. I'll still pull you a card, but that's just what Spirit was trying to bring through. It's believing your own magic and sharing it with those you know trust that. And if you don't have anyone that, you know, if you have people who are just going to laugh at you, don't talk to them about it. It's not helpful. All right. What does Makaya need to hear the most? You have the Page of Cups. To me, Cups is emotional energy, but it's also intuition. So maybe my suggestion would be to start doing things and start exploring things from that perspective of, I got this. I've got a great connection with divine. It's when we start questioning it that's where, you know, the line or the telephone wire gets kinked because we're too concerned about the connection. It's just trust from your heart. You have the connection that you need with source and spirit, and they'll come through to you in specific ways. Now, I don't mean like parlor tricks going, okay, I'm going to imagine a serpent today. So I want to see a serpent. If I see a serpent, I know you're here and listening. And that doesn't always work. However, sometimes it does, because we're picturing it as serpent in a specific way where you might hear the word serpent, or someone might go, you know, or you'll see a picture, or something will make you think of it, or you'll see a title of a song that has serpent in it. Like, you can't be so focused on one, making it show up in one specific way. You've got to just start talking to your guides. You've got to start trusting from the perspective of awe and wonder. Paige is the more, the newbies, right? That are just learning and growing. Even, you know, someone my age can be new at something and have that fresh energy. So to me, it really feels like you have it within you. You just got to trust yourself. You got to trust yourself a little bit more. And sometimes that means not sharing what you pick up with other people who don't get it, because that will tamp down on your energy so fast, your head will spin. Okay. Hope that makes sense. All right. Let me scroll down. I'm worried if I'm not connected in somehow with them. You are. That worry is what distances you from them. But it's interesting because that contrast is important. We need that. So we remember to reconnect. So in thinking you're not connected reminds you to strengthen that connection even more. So we need that polarization. We need that distinction all the time. We're always going to have a little bit of doubt, because that's what's going to cause us to act and cause us to dig our heels in to say, oh yes, I got this. Okay. I hope that makes sense. I'm a little passionate about it. So true, I look back in life and see how protected I was without realizing. All I had to do was breathe and trust. Yeah, that is the thing. What Jackie just says. Sometimes we need to reverse engineer something to what happened in the past and see, oh yeah, I was connected. I was supported. It's not always going to work out the way you want it to, but it's going to work out. And then you'll see, oh, it needed to happen that way for whatever reason. I feel so much better than before because at past I was really heavy energy. Yeah. And hey, it happens. Honor the heaviest energy. Honor it because it reminds us that we have the power to shift it. It happens to all of us. Thank you for being human. Thank you for being a soul in a human body. Yay. You are very welcome. Good. I'm glad it makes sense. Yeah, and look for the signs. Like, it doesn't hurt to keep conversing. That's the thing. We have free will. Spirit isn't just going to show up and take over. We have to have that communication. We have to start creating a relationship with them in whatever way it works, right? And what Delilah says here, they hear you always. Because you don't receive results as soon as you like doesn't mean you aren't being heard. Yes. Well said. Well said. And like I said, make sure you go and check out Delilah's YouTube channel. You can probably click on her link here after the live. Don't leave me yet. And make sure you sub and like her stuff too. Let me go back up. Zach, are you still here? Okay. Hopefully you're still here. Let me know. I'm going to have a quick drink. I should have had a bigger glass. And that's a lemon in it, not a goldfish, just so you know. Okay, well, hopefully Zach is still here. I'm going to pull the card anyways, because often when even if I'm pulling a card for someone else, if you're like, oh, yeah, I get that, you need to hear it. Okay, you are here. Perfect. All right. Okay, so Zach, ground your feet, ground your energy. I mean, how do I do that? Just imagine you're grounded. Take a nice deep breath. And ask your question if you have one, just through your heart. The message is going to come through the way it's going to come through. And if you just want a general one, just be open to receiving what the tarot wants to share. Okay. Ooh, we have the Chariot. It's time to move forward. It's time, and this is the second time I'm saying it, and I don't like it, but it's time to it's time to take your comfort zone with you. I'm going to shift it. Take your comfort zone with you and move forward into where you want to go. This is the time to start taking the actions. But what I feel with this new moon, it's think about what you want. Be grateful for how it's going to show up, as if it already is. And then in the coming days and weeks, it's time to start taking action toward it. Even if you're not exactly sure what to do, having that conviction of taking the action, little baby steps toward how you want to shift something or change. I don't know what it is that you want, and I think maybe you're not even sure, and that's okay. What can I do today that makes me feel good? What can I do today to make me feel confident? What little thing can I do to help me feel more connected to my family, my relationships, or to bring a relationship? Like, it's less about contemplating life and more about what minute, minuscule thing can I do to move forward a little bit. That's going to get you there. And you might even come to a fork in the road, and then there's another decision to take. Which one feels better? Like, really tuning into how you feel, what your body feels like. What does a yes feel like? What does a no feel like? Like, knowing the difference knowing our body, our physical body, and how it responds to actions, decisions, connections. That's where we become that tuning fork, and we see where, that energy and that person and that experience is really reverberating and keeping my energy sustained, or it's over here and it's like, ooh, that's kind of draining my energy, and it's sluggish. And so knowing that, you can make the decisions on where you need to go next, and it's taking one little stepping stone at a time. Yeah, we want to plan 5 years down the road, whatever, but we get stuck doing that. We realize that I'm not there yet, so oh my god, I don't know how to get there. So then we just stay stuck instead of what would make me feel better today, and work with that energy. I hope that makes sense. I'm getting off my soapbox now. Sorry about that. Sometimes things just come through the way they come through. Yay. All right. Love it. Love it. Feel like I'm losing time. Do I have enough time to put my life in order? Well, you got to live life. Life isn't about putting things in order. Life is living it now. We're emotional beings. As much as we want to do, we're emotional beings. So how do you want to feel right now? Do little things that do that. That is putting your life in order and connecting with those you want to now. Like, it's not about being structured and have a format. It's about just living for the now. No regrets from this point forward. I hope that makes sense. And sometimes the answer is no, not yet. Yeah, it is. And do we want to focus on it and get stuck there? No, we're going to be like, okay, what can I do right now to feel better about myself, the situation, this connection? Okay. How can you be late? You're here and I'm reading your comment live. So you are not late. Hi, Teza. You did make it. Love from Lisbon. Love, thank you for being here. Hope all had a super week. Happy new moon. Yay. Yes, we've been doing gobs of readings. If you guys would like a reading, let me know. Yay. Yes, we have Delilah's Zen Den here. She's an amazing reader. She's growing her channel too. So please go give her some love and love and love. I can't see that. What is it? A teddy bear. Okay. I wish I could make it bigger. Grateful. Yay. Yes. There, your affairs are in order. Boom, you're grateful. And that gratitude will spill out to other people. Like, I'm so grateful, speaking of grateful, for all of you being here. Like, I love this interaction. I remember doing the first few lives, there was no one there and I had to think of things to say and pull cards, but having this connection and conversations with you and with each of you and sharing and caring, and it just makes my heart full. I love Tuesdays so much. I so look forward to Tuesdays. Okay. Yes, Francis, definitely. Let's pull a card for you. Teza, do you want a card pull? And Delilah, you haven't said you want a card pull, so let me know. Okay, Francis. What does Francis need to know on this beautiful new moon in Libra? Ooh, Queen of Swords. I don't know why this is coming up, but it's saying you need something red. And I mean the color, not reading a book. Something red is going to help you disperse the energy that might be having too many thoughts going on. I think having something red to help absorb that energy, so you can kind of be like, okay, I can work with that now, because it feels like it's like in your head, in your thoughts, busy energy. So having something red, and I say that, and I've got my little dragon. He's here to keep me on track. So yeah, that's what I pick up is there might be a lot of excess energy, and I don't know if that's showing up physically like headaches or anything like that, but it feels to me like dispersing the energy in a way you know how. Like you're very intuitive, and I think you know your energy best. So yeah, let me scroll down to where you are here. Reminds me to get grounded, root chakra. Yeah, because see, we can be up in our head, which is sometimes we need to, but we do need that balance. Libra, new moon, it's all about balance. So finding something that allows you to have that. And to me, it feels like if it's something like red is pretty visible to us. So whatever it is you're doing or thinking or planning, and then if you can, see something and you'll see red, and I don't mean it, that's a saying, you see red, you're angry, but red is energy as well. And like you said, it's root chakra energy, knowing when it feels balanced so you can just kind of, okay, let's move past it. I hope that makes sense. Oh, I don't know. He doesn't have, that's unlike me to not name him. Anyone want to help me name my dragon? My daughter won him at a fair years ago when she was younger, and she wanted the dragon because I'm Year of the Dragon. Year of the Dragon Scorpio, watch out. Yeah, I don't have a name for him. Big Red. Who knows? All right. Let me go back up. There was more here. Focus on the present and being present in the now. Love it. Mercy, I would love to know how to meditate. My mind is always going, even when I go to bed. Do you have any videos on that? I don't know if I have any videos, but I have some advice for you right now. Dispelling a myth that you need to not think when you're meditating. It is physically impossible. We're always thinking. The key to meditation is focused thinking. This is why we often are told to focus on our breath, because our brain, we can say, okay, she's breathing in, there's a pause, she's breathing out, she's breathing in, and you keep doing that. And then your mind wanders, well, I really need to go clean the toilet. And oh, I'm thinking, bring it back to breathing in and breathe. So it's a dance between awareness and attention and just letting your mind go back to the things that are distracting you. And the more you just practice it, the better it gets. I suggest putting a timer on. Start with 1 minute. If that's too much, 30 seconds, 10 seconds, like do what works for you. I think for about 10 or 11 years, I've been using an app called Insight Timer. They have paid versions of it, but it's free. You can set a time and a bell to go off at intervals or once. And yeah, I suggest that. I'm not an affiliate. It's really good. Insight Timer. There's even teachers and there's guided meditations you can follow as well. But if you're having trouble, okay, well, here's the thing. So everybody is different. Okay. So my advice is if you can just allow your thoughts to stay focused, that you're meditating and releasing your energy. And maybe I'll do I was actually thinking of doing more meditations like that. You pull a tarot card and meditate on that. Or you can allow someone else to guide you. That's helpful sometimes because it's letting your brain go, your mind go where they are. I struggle with that a bit because if I don't visualize things the way I think normal people visualize things. Like if someone says, picture this mountainside and blah, blah, blah. Well, that I could probably visualize, but I'd be sitting there going, okay, here, I'm trying to build this visualization. And then they're moved off down to there. I'm like, wait. I'm still visualizing this. And then it's like, oh, I'm kind of lost their meditation now. And yeah. So know yourself, know your mind, and trust that if you just start small and allow yourself to kind of train yourself to this is what I want to do now in this moment. This is how I want to meditate. Hope that makes sense. Teza wants a card. Yay. See, there you are, big-hearted, beautiful soul. Yes, I'll pull one for you as well. Let me go back now. Just Jane, yes. Zen the Dragon. I love it. Francis wins. Zen the Dragon it is. Oh, another Year of the Dragon. Sweet. Monkey. I think Monkey is like my secret friend or whatever it's called. So we're compatible. Strawberries. Strawberries? Oh, is that what the picture was? I don't know. Year of the Year of the Capricorn. Year of the Monkey Capricorn. Cool. Zen the Dragon. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. Sorry, Delilah Zenden. Maybe I'm taking her name. Okay, yeah, keep me posted, all right, because I'm also a meditation coach. I've been doing that for years as well, kind of in my own way. But yeah, see, so I would suggest starting on your own for yourself. Put on some music if you want, like meditative music. But check that app out, Insight Timer, because you can just have it. You can even have a little background music. It's a great app. I love it. Ruby, that's a nice one too. He has male energy to me though. Yeah. I'm liking Zen. But thank you. I appreciate that. I'll pull your card in a second. Focus, 1, 2, breathe, 3, 4, focus, repeat. Yeah. Yep. And the key is when you find your mind wandering, not beat yourself up about it. That's just a reminder to bring your intention and awareness back to that breath. All right. I'm even slowing my talk down as I say that. All right. Let's go back. This is why I put stars. Okay, Teza. Let's pull a card for Teza. Be open to receive a message. Whoa. You already have a question in mind? Because this one flipped right out. You get the World. It feels like something is finally coming to completion. And completion not in the way that, no, it's over. It's a new way. Like to me, the World, what's the next card in the major arcana? We start at 0 again. We start with the Fool. So this to me feels like it's an up leveling for you, really harnessing this new moon energy. There's a lot of excitement I'm feeling for you. I got goosebumps. I'm not sure what it is, but it really feels like there is some inspiration that's coming. And a lot of it is from you inspiring other people. It's just going to feed you. It's a loop. It's feeding you. The more you do what you want and the way you want to do it and what feels good, the more you're able to share that with other people. It just feels really, really upbeat and inspiring. And it's like you're starting a new day. Like you're excited to go to sleep so you can wake up tomorrow and just feel that amazing energy. And I'm feeling like when you go to sleep, write a little note, a little love note to yourself. So when you wake up in the morning, you have this same energy that you went to sleep with. It's a reminder to go there. Because between sleep and awake, stuff goes on, right? We dream and, we kind of maybe forget. So that's just a little love note reminder. Oh yeah, remember, you're amazing. And you got good things coming because they're already here and you're going to share them. That's what I get. That's what I get. I meditate every day. Be friends with your thoughts. I acknowledge them and I put them to the side. Yep. It's what you visualize too. You can visualize so many things. Sometimes I'll guide people into a meditation where imagine there's a treasure chest in front of you and it's opened and there's nothing in there. And every time you have a thought as you're trying to meditate, you take that as a treasure and you put it in the treasure box. And you go back to your meditation. And every time you think a thought, it becomes a treasure and you put it into the box and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Just come up with these things. I don't know. And music definitely helps. Definitely. Preferably without lyrics. But what works for you? There is one on Insight Timer I like called Om Shanti Om. So it's that kirtan. It's like the call and recall where they do the Om Shanti Om. So doing a mantra is good as well because it's allowing you to think about that, and it's a vibration. Sanskrit is amazing because it's a sacred language, and the cool thing is we don't always know what it means, because when we think words like be love, think love, forgive, forget, we're intellectually thinking of those words. But when we're hearing something like Om Shanti Om, like it's a vibration. It's less about, oh, where am I not calm and relaxed, and right, and it's more of just being in that vibration. I love it. I love it. Something red. Or oh yeah. Yeah. Eating food for that root chakra energy. It's awareness. It's putting that intention into the stuff. Yeah. Write yourself a little love note. Yeah. Oh, I love that treasure box idea. Oh, good. Yes. Please do. Keep me posted. Let that thought go. Don't give it energy, and don't fight it. Yeah, and don't beat ourselves up. We're thinkers. That's kind of why we got the big brains. Wow, so wonderful. I'm so ready for this. I'm so excited for you. I can feel it. You're such a wonderful support. Oh, thank you. You are too. All of you here. I love it. I love it. Take the thought as a treasure. Yeah. Yeah. Even the ones we don't particularly like if we shift that energy of them, they have less of a drain on us and more of a, we're coming from that loving vibe. This is why you can't look at politics all the time. We need to come from love. Love is where it's at. All right. Speaking of love, I would love to give Delilah her card. Okay. Let's tune in to Delilah's energy so she can receive the message she's most meant to receive. Oh, Queen of Pentacles. This feels like your energy. And you know, we don't know each other. We just met here on YouTube, by the way. But I just feel a connection with you. And I feel like this is really your energy. You have a heart of gold. And that is where your wealth and riches lay in how you show up for others through showing up for yourself. And it feels like it's really, really starting to pick up in a way that really aligns with your plans and your ideas and how you want to be seen and show up for others, and just come from a place of love, because that's the abundance for you, I feel, is through love and caring and doing things in the way you've been doing them. Because I feel that if you've been wondering, this isn't really gaining traction right now, just trust, like you always do. Listen to the advice you give others. That's why we have two ears, so we can hear the advice we give others. Darn it, eh? But yeah, I feel like that is definitely something for you, or maybe even having this energy around you. Pull the Queen of Pentacles in all of your favorite decks and have them out and meditate on them bringing you the energy, so you have it in those times you feel you don't. There. I hope that was good for you. Hang on, I saw here something else. Yay. I know. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. There you go. I mean, see, it happens to all of us. So I'm glad that message could come through for you. Moon Pony. I love that name. That's awesome. Hello. The banana. The bananas video reminds of that for Delilah. Oh yeah, how abundance comes to us in the funniest ways. I feel like you read my soul. Thank you for this. It was definitely confirmation. Oh, it's an honor. Like, it felt very sacred. Thank you. I love it. I love it. Oh, good. Do you want a card pull for you too? Something specific? Let me know. I'm going to go back up because I thought I saw someone else ask. And if I haven't, because I'm caught up now. So if I haven't given you a reading yet and you want one, please comment again, because scrolling up so far, I might not. Oh, here we go. Just Jane. Jane or Janelle? It's Janelle. I thought they were exclamation points. Are you still here, Jane? Janelle? Sorry. I've been here for almost an hour and a half. Wow. Look at me go. I'm going to have to definitely take a break. Go for a walk with the tarot pup. At least it's not raining. Yeah, okay, good. You're here. Okay. All right. So tuning into Janelle's energy. And just be open to receive the message you're meant to. If you have a specific question, just think it. Okay, that one wanted to come. Page of Pentacles. It feels like you're needing to do something new. Maybe a new job, or I don't know, something around finances or something. And it feels like it's like, hey, I know my stuff, but this is something new. And I'm a little not sure. Well, I think shift that energy and into, it's okay to be new at something, even if you've experienced in a bunch of other things. It's okay. Show up for yourself. And she has this, and she's holding this pentacle up at her higher heart. And when I see that, it makes me think, remember, you are not alone. You have your guides. You have angels watching over you, loved ones, connections. Trust that. Sometimes we're given opportunities to be uncomfortable because we need to be willing to ask for help from the higher realms, from people in our physical world. Sometimes we've got to swallow that pride and be willing to step forward from a place of newness. We've never tried this before. It's uncomfortable, but it's only uncomfortable until you do it. And then you realize, okay, now I can say I've done that. I have a little more experience. I can build from that. I hope that makes sense. It was kind of specific, but I hope that makes sense. Let's see. I'm about to graduate nursing school. Woo, congratulations. Wow. And it's very nerve-wracking. I can only imagine. Nerve-wracking to be out there doing my thing, having all that responsibility. Okay. You have a special gift that not everyone has, and that can feel a little daunting because you have your peers who maybe have more experience than you, and yet there's people who don't have the experience you have either. So you're kind of in the middle. You're cushioned. All right. And that cushion is supporting you enough for you to say, you know what? It's okay to be new at something. They're not going to let you graduate if you're not worthy of graduating. Okay. Especially something like that. I tell you, there's a lot of moving parts that are involved in you taking school to become a nurse. And not only that, nurses have your earth angels to be able to do that kind of work. So I feel that I'm picturing you with like a little pin that has an angel or something. It doesn't have to be an angel. It could be something that reminds you that it's not just you, that you're connected. And that's going to remind you in those times where you might feel nervous or this or that, because it's not about being in your head. Yeah, you got a lot of knowledge and intellect to have to learn this, but to use your intuition as well, and trust that even though you don't logically think you know, because you might not have had that situation or circumstance, you're going to know within you, because there's going to be this quiet knowing that it's not just you. You are being guided to help others. Thank you for sharing that. That helped me to bring a more detailed message through. Yay. Congrats, Just Janelle. Woo! Although I have a lot of knowledge and experience, but it's different. Yeah, and you will gain this. I mean, this is exciting times. We're talking new moon energy right now. It's exciting times for you to find that balance between I know what I know and I have experience and I don't know shit. Oh my God, do it anyways. How exciting is that? Fear and excitement have a similar vibration. That's why I always like to flip it. Unless there's big hairy spiders involved. That's the different kind of scared. Yeah, but that's okay. Your body knows what it feels like to feel confident, no matter what it is. Tune into that. What did I feel confident before? That's where I pick up with Pentacles energy a lot too, especially like the Queen of Pentacles, is that how can I feel confident? No, the Nine of Pentacles. How can I feel confident? What in my past was I confident about? Because your body will know what it feels like, even if you're doing something totally different than that, right? Yay. Yay. Yes, you are. Aw, in the best ways, right? I love making people cry. Yeah. Sorry. You're holding in your hands what your community needs right now. You go, Just Janelle. Yes. Well said, Desiree. All right, let me go back up. I had somebody, I think. Oh, that was you, Just Janelle. Was there anyone else that wanted a reading? Let me know. Let me know before I go. Oh, Moon Pony, did you want one? Tears of joy and happiness. Yes, those are the best ones. Hey, I'm even a crier when I laugh. If I laugh, like tears will flow when I laugh, sometimes to the point where it makes me start really bawling. It's so weird. No wonder I have to drink lots of water. Julia, hello. Let me put a star beside your name. Moon Pony was here just ahead of you, so let's go with that. Yeah, so that laughing, crying emote, that's totally me. Totally me. Ooh, I hope you didn't hear that. It was my stomach growling. It's past lunchtime, and little Elliot, the tarot pup, is going to need to go out for a visit too. Oh, let me read this one more before I go get to you. Maybe choosing a nursing specialty that makes you feel more comfortable. Yeah, I think when you first start, you got to kind of do general, and then you kind of learn to know what it is you like. But yeah, it's good for us to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. You know, just me here live. I'm an introvert. I'm on a video, and I used to hate, actually, I still don't like my picture being taken, but yeah, I mean, and I'm here comfortable, confident, pulling tarot cards for people I don't know and worried the message is going to come. Like sometimes you just got to go with it. And I think the energy, you'll know it. You'll know it. All right. Where did you go? There you are. Moon Pony. So we got Moon Pony and then Julia Smith. And then I'm going to have to cap it off there. You have to come to Tarot After Dark tonight if I make it. Like maybe I need a big nap after this. Okay, Moon Pony. What do you most need to hear? Woo! Wow. Oh, 3. That one was hidden in there. You have the Fool. You have the Star. And you have the Two of Wands. Oh, my voice. So let's start with this Two of Wands. And this is great for this Libra energy. If you have been feeling like the activities or actions you're taking kind of conflict with each other, or you don't know what to decide to do. Twos are often about making a choice or having a choice of things. It's like focus on what really allows you to feel connected the most. It's not saying you have to choose this and never that. It's you've got to start with one thing, okay? Because it feels like if you, oh, I wanted to pull this one. It feels like you just have to take that first step. You're not going to know all of the details. You're not going to have the whole plan planned out. You're not going to know all the activities you need to know. All you need to know is the first couple of steps, and then just step and trust. Step and the net appears, or jump and the net appears, because you have the star. You can't go wrong. This is leading your way. This is like the big, beautiful North Star that's always going to be there to guide you and move you where you need to be. But you're not going to know that if you stay in, if I can't take this action this way, I'm not going to do it. And I'm not saying that's what you're doing, by the way. That's just what's coming through. But yeah, it's really trusting the guidance. And I'm feeling like for a lot of you, this is going to be a good message for you too, is sometimes you're not going to know you're doing the right thing until you just jump and do it. Do not jump off a bridge, by the way. Do not do anything weird and dumb like that. But I'm talking metaphorically speaking here. Okay? I hope that makes sense. Yes, it's one, like, to me, it's one of the most beautiful of all the tarot cards. It just speaks volumes. I wished you could see it like better than this camera, but oh, I would love one. Thank you, Goldfish. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Ooh, tell me more. Don't leave me hanging. All right, let us get to Julia. Do you still hear Julia? Let me know. Get my cards flipped back over. Hopefully you're still here. I'm going to pull one for you anyway. So if you aren't here, oh, you are. Yay. Okay. Whoop, that one flipped over fast. All right. We have the Nine of Swords. And I'm glad it came through in this deck because I still have this out from my previous video I did this morning. That's what it looks like in the regular Rider-Waite. Would you rather have that? Would you rather have this? Because this, to me, conveys the energy a little more. You are aware of the thoughts and maybe the limiting beliefs or the thoughts that people have told you about yourself or about your own situation. And it might have got you thinking, they're right. Well, they're not right. They're only right if we allow that energy to come in. But what I'm picking up for you is you need to definitely be aware of your thoughts. Like, what are the subconscious thoughts? What are the limiting beliefs that have been getting in your way? When you're aware of them, you can start to address them, and you don't have to address them all at the same time. Just focus on one thing that you can shift and change. And often it's not true. What do you believe about yourself? What do you want to believe about yourself? Because you will find evidence of that within you. And it feels like when you stop worrying so much about all of that and just allow yourself to choose one thing to think about or one thing to release, that allows you to have the energy and the intellect to get through to the next thing. And you'll start seeing proof of the good things that you're trying to create in your life. I hope that makes sense. Hope that makes sense. Moon Pony, I've had the Two of Wands and the Star come out a lot when I've done readings for myself. Wasn't sure how to interpret it. I'm still new. Well, thank you for being here. And hey, everyone has their own interpretation of things to a point. So trust what you get. Even as a new tarot readers, we don't need to worry that we don't know. It's about being connected to our intuition more than anything. And you know yourself better than anybody else. And I know people often say it's harder to do readings for yourself. Well, if you're reading tarot for like forecasting and stuff, I prefer to use tarot for reflection and connecting and going deeper into things, because to me they're giving us hints on what's blocking us and that sort of thing. That's what I love using tarot for, more than saying what's coming up in my next month, right? Look deeply into your options, trust yourself, and follow your star. Yes, I love that. That's good. That's really good. Right. Yes. Ooh, I got the wheel. Yay. Tell me more. Tell me more. You're welcome, Moon Pony. Joanna, hello. Will I ever learn how to reality shift? We do it all the time. We do it all the time. You don't need any special skills. Our thoughts create our reality, but our feelings confirm our reality. So that's how magical we are. Hi, by the way. Oh, thank you. Me too. I love this stuff. Thank you so much. I've been quite lost since I got made redundant last year, and your kind words make a lot of sense. Oh, you're welcome. And I'm sorry that that's happened for you. But I feel that there's an opportunity, that it's hard to focus when we're focused on, oh, this sucks and that's gone and this isn't right. And we don't have any more energy left to be creative or insightful or inspired. So knowing that now, it'd be like, the universe never gives us bad news without there being a pathway or a door that's going to open up. There's a reason that you were meant to shift. And sometimes we're pushed out of the nest before we think we can fly. And yet we find out that, yeah, we can fly and we can learn and grow and strengthen ourselves from it. So if you trust that, that's where you can do what, like Joanna was saying, shift your reality. It all comes from our thoughts. And our reality is confirmed by how we're feeling about our reality. So that's where we are, our feelings, and that's where we can really shift and change. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Thanks for liking the video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Thanks for interacting. I so appreciate each and every one of you. Tessa saying, I get really confused with the Temperance and the Star card. They seem really similar. I find their energy similar. Yeah. Hard to read when they both come up. Could you share some light on this? Well, I say trust what comes up first, and maybe notice which one is first in the reading. That might give you a hint to, especially knowing what the question was, that might give you a hint on what's what. Temperance is like, if you looked it up in the dictionary, temperance meaning, you know, it's evening things out a little bit, or it's alchemy and turning something into another. To me, the star is like seeing the bright, beautiful North Star, or how we would navigate seas in the old days before technology and GPS, is through the stars, because they're a constant. And yes, as much as they're a constant, they're not plastered in the sky as if it's a ceiling with stars, but it's shifting and changing depending on the time of day, depending on your perspective. So it's more guidance. And temperance is more, what can you do with what you have to make something worth something? And the star is more like, follow the guidance or trust the guidance. I don't know. That's just how it wanted to come to me. Hope it makes sense. Thank you so much for sharing with us. What a great beginning to the new moon energy. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I really enjoyed this. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day. You're welcome. I'm looking forward to seeing a live from you one of these days. I mean, maybe you've done it and I haven't seen it come up on the channel. You're very welcome. And everyone in the chat, love it, love it. Have a good walk and rest. Thank you. Yes, I definitely will. Star is my GPS. I love it. Yes. Card 2 is the Hermit. Oh, yeah, you were pulling cards for me. Okay. What was the first one again? The Wheel. Well, tell me more. I want to know what your message is about it. You're very welcome, Tessa. Thanks for being here. Have a good night. Thank you. Follow your guiding light to find your path. I love it. I love it. I'm going to meditate on that. Thank you, everyone. Have a good one. Maybe see you at Tarot After Dark tonight. If not, next Tuesday, same time. I will be here. It's 11, I think, 11 a.m. Pacific. I'll have to see. I know I have a masterclass guy. I'll keep you posted. Appreciate you being here. Take care. We'll see you later. Peace.